if somebody's moving forward, and pushing the issue, and you can't ignore them, you still have to
Oh no, I
do
ain't
what
saying
you
you
do
can
to
you can
address it.
ignore it, but it's a reason behind it. Is all I'm saying. It's like this shit just come all out the blue. They know what they doing.
Yeah. All
You
right.
know what I mean?
Yep. What's up?
Yeah. All right.
Like we live,
All
man.
right. Yeah. Yeah. We live. All right. Hey everybody, welcome to Real Brothers for the Real World. My name is TL, and that's my man Stace.
What's up,
And
y'all?
welcome to our digital neighborhood.
Welcome.
Once again, we got a good show for y'all coming up tonight. And Stace, why don't you tell us what we're working with?
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly podcast, Real Brothers for the Real World. We're gonna put the link out here now. So if you see the link, feel free to click on it. You don't have to turn your camera on. So if you're currently not fully dressed or got your makeup on, or your hair is not combed, you can still feel free to hit the link, join us, and conversate with us. We got 4 topics for you. We have men's unhealthy lifestyles. We have support for the Ukraine. What about us? We
Mhm.
have what is your definition of success? And do we really know what hard work is? All right, those are the 4 that we have, Nike. But TL, before we go, man, do you have any randoms? You have any thoughts, man? You got any randoms? And first, your shirt looks good, man. I see you got your merch on. You
I
looking
see
good,
you
Nike.
got your merch on
You
too,
looking
buddy.
good, man.
You looking good. You looking
Looking
good.
good. Yeah, we got the merch available. We got the price and everything on the website,
Yeah, it looks good, man.
realbrotherslive.com/merchandise.
Right,
We put it
right,
out here
right.
also. Check out the link, and we got mugs, we have bags, we have shirts, dickies.
Yeah. Hey,
So click
do
on the link.
y'all if y'all tired of seeing those cats and all of MAGA this and MAGA that, hey, we got the answer for that now.
Get your crown.
So
Get your
yeah,
crown.
that's right. That's it.
All right. So you got any randoms, Nike?
I did have a random.
All right. While you search for that, I have one.
What? Go ahead.
Got some feedback on that the cop that quote unquote mistakenly murdered Dante Wright, man. They gave her 2 years.
Yo,
Two
man.
years.
Yeah. Actually, I got it written down. That was going to be my random actually.
Really?
So we can bust that up a little bit.
Yo, man. Now the thing that's crazy is the fact that the prosecutors wanted 7 years. They wanted that police officer to get 7 years. She got 2 years and also went below what the prosecutors wanted. They said that.
And
Go ahead.
and she got 2 months time served. Come on, man.
But also, Nike, they said when the cop was reading her impact statement that the judge was basically up there fighting back tears. Now that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's
That's
crazy. Yo,
crazy.
Nike, are we on Facebook? I don't see us.
Facebook. I think we are.
Uh, I don't see it up here. All
Yeah,
right,
we on Facebook.
we are.
Yeah.
Okay. So the link is out there. We want you to click on the link and join us. But yeah, that's terrible. Now they were all they of
Hey,
course.
Stace, you got an echo.
I have an echo. I got everything muted.
All right. That might have been me.
Oh,
Ah, my turn.
going
All
back to the
right, all right,
basics. All right.
all right. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and of course, the family is up in arms. Now, I don't know, and they'll
They
probably
should
go
be.
after. I agree. Now they'll probably go after the police officers civilly, but I get that. But at the same time, like that officer, that she needs to serve some time. You know,
Stace,
I,
I
I
can only say one thing about that,
mm,
and this is kind of this is where it's messed up, right? Same situation, right?
mm, mhm,
Reverse,
mm,
reverse the
mm. It
participants.
happened. It happened already, and he got 12 years. Black cop
That's what-
killed someone. I guess it was a white person. Said he was sorry, and he got
no,
12
no, no,
years.
no. I'm talking about if Dante Wright would have killed her
The
or did
uh,
something to her by
yeah,
mistake,
Yeah, no, no,
He
no.
would have got life
He'd have got life
or the
or
death
the death
penalty.
penalty. Right. Absolutely.
That's not right,
Absolutely.
man. That's not right.
Or at least if you're going to go under the requested um, punishment that the prosecutors wanted, you should have a reason. You should have to explain why you're going to go beneath the 7 years that they requested. What is the reason for that? But
No,
for
no,
you to be
the
able to
law
just
should.
randomly for you to just be able to randomly, punish this person and dole out less years than was requested, that's ridiculous.
You know why that is. You know why that
Yeah,
is.
we know why, but
The
it's
thing is,
blatant.
they say that. Well, first of all, the law is supposed to be the law. Remember, you always talking
Yeah,
about the
yeah,
law, right?
absolutely,
The
absolutely.
law is supposed to be the law.
For
The law
everyone,
ain't. We
absolutely.
all know that the law ain't the law.
Well, and
And
things like this, night kind of make the things like this shines a light on that. Unfortunately,
yeah, and
you
the
know,
thing is, they also say that nobody is supposed to be above the law.
absolutely, right,
That ain't true either. We know
right,
that ain't true,
right,
right?
right. Well,
Look at Donald Trump.
agreed.
Look at
Yeah,
Donald Trump.
agreed. Right, yeah,
If
yeah.
that would have been Barack Obama, he'd be in jail already.
In jail. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, and now that you brought it up, though, looking at Trump, I mean, look at what they put Clinton through when they were talking about she was communicating on an unsecured line and all of that others,
Right,
and Russia. I hope you find the 30,000 emails,
right.
and he flushing them in the toilet
He
and
flushing top secret
top secret stuff
documents.
in the toilet. They taking it to the crib, which is against the law. He knew that it was wrong. I mean, at some
And
point,
because he know ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. He
yeah,
know that. They're not gonna do nothing
that's
about it.
but that's the problem, though, man. That right there is the problem. You have to make it a semblance of equality, man. But when you do something like that, that's so blatant,
But they're not even
it's hard
worried
to look
about that anymore. You know what I mean? They used to be at least try to front. They used to
right,
be like,
right,
all right,
right,
we'll take care of you. We throw you in one of them
right,
federal prisons for a
right,
little bit,
right,
and then
right.
they not even doing that now. They like,
That's-
man,
or at least see,
we do
and
what we
now,
want.
you know what though, and maybe though with situations like this, maybe they need to have a board or something where if a judge does something that's so egregious because a judge can be recalled, and maybe they need to start doing that a little more frequently with these types of decisions. If enough judges out there think that was wrong, they need to start stepping up and then making that judge be accountable for that their reasoning behind that decision. I can take that. Give us the reason that you did it.
Nah, because there is no valid reason. There's no
I,
valid
I mean,
reason.
I agree with you, but I want to hear her reasoning for it. If she did have a valid reason, then say
The
it.
reason that she gave is because she said it was a regrettable mistake,
Mm.
and she believed that she didn't mean to do it on purpose, and she's like she has 25, 26 years of
Stellar
excellent
service. Yeah.
service and all. Come on,
Nah,
man.
yeah,
Like,
but you know what though? But you took a life, and I get that. You took an innocent person's life with a mistake.
so
A
she'll be out in
mistake,
a few months,
basically, right?
and
Yeah,
she'll be able to
yeah, her
raise
life,
her family.
right,
That's the same thing I say about when my
right,
son got killed. You know what I
right.
mean? The part that they gave that boy like 25 years,
Mm.
he'll be my age when he get
40,
out.
right? Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like,
yeah.
damn, my son, he ain't gonna get married. He ain't
Mm,
gonna have a kid. He
mhm,
not gonna, do all the things
mhm.
that
Yeah,
a young man does. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And that's what they
That
were
shit ain't
saying. It's
right,
almost like
man.
the family. That's what the family said. That it's like you killed him twice. First,
Right.
the cop killed him in the car, and then when you let her off the hook with a year and a half,
Right.
you
You
killed
killed
him
the
again.
justice that he was supposed
Right?
to have.
Yeah. That's
Right.
that's ridiculous,
Yeah.
man.
That's
That's
that that
ridiculous.
that that. You know what, man? Like we, and I've been screaming this since we've been on.
Mm,
This system needs an overhaul.
yeah, yeah. I
It
agree with
needs an
that.
overhaul. You
I
know what
agree
I
with that.
mean?
I agree with
And
that.
sometimes, you know, sometimes it sometimes freedom and justice don't come the way people want it to come.
Mm.
Sometimes you have to fight for it
Oh, I
because
agree with that.
the people that oppress you is not going to let you be free.
Mm,
They
mhm,
don't they,
mhm.
they're not saying, All right, well, if you want to be free, go ahead, be free.
Mm,
No, they not having that.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean? They
yeah.
they they gonna make it worse and
Mm,
worse and worse
mhm.
because the more we struggle to get away, the more they gonna put in
Trouble
front
coming
of
back.
us
Yeah,
to
yeah.
stop us
See now, and
from
unfortunately,
doing
like
that.
what I hope they think about, and maybe this is the problem though, that sometimes when you're on the other side, you're not paying attention to the people that you're affecting because if you continue to put that pressure on people, then there's an explosion. You can't do that.
That's what I'm
You can't
saying.
do that.
It's time to explode. It's
Yeah,
time to
I mean,
explode.
if
It is.
like you said, I mean, if they're gonna continue down this path and continue to do things that are so blatantly, then
Right.
it's going to explode, and it
It
won't
has
just
to.
be.
It has to. Pressure
You're right.
bust
It has
pipes.
to. Right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
they have to think about that kind of stuff, man. Did you find your random or was that it? That was yours
Yeah,
also.
that we were both on the same page on that one.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, yeah,
So here
yeah.
we go, Nike. We have our four: men's unhealthy lifestyle,
Uh-huh.
support for Ukraine. What about us? What is your definition of success? Do we really know what hard work is?
All right.
You
If it's
got
up to
something?
yeah, yeah. Let's because last week we were supposed to hit the men's unhealthy
Mm,
lifestyles.
right,
So
right.
since we
Okay,
didn't hit that, let's start off on that, and then
okay,
we can get that out the way.
okay. All right. Now, well, do you have you have something that you want to start off with, or what?
Huh?
You have
Well,
something to start off with, or
one thing, yeah. So if everybody who don't know, maybe they maybe there's some people who don't know that I'm just now, and maybe you could tell in my voice a little bit that I'm getting over pneumonia.
Hmm, from last week?
So yeah, from last week. So I had this cold that I was kind of
Mhm.
kept ignoring, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So one day, a few weeks ago, I couldn't take it no more. Um, so I had went to the emergency room. I'm to find out it was like, well, you got bronchitis,
Mm-hmm.
and you need to, they put me on bed rest for 2 weeks, and they was like, look, you know, you got it kind of good, you got it kind of bad, so you need to, or it's going to develop into pneumonia.
Right.
Damn if I didn't, what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
start going outside doing shit. And
Mm-hmm.
guess what? It
Mm-hmm.
developed into pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
So, and instead of me like taking the time to step back and take care of myself, I'm steady rushing, doing this, doing this, doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And all of that makes your immunity stress or lower your immunity as well. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I gotta learn how to ease back.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I'll say this, Nike. Now part of the story is, as we talked about, our unhealthy lifestyles, especially for men, man. We ignore symptoms. We ignore
Right.
things. When one of the things that happened to you is that you passed out. Remember?
Yeah.
You,
Passed
you know,
out and look, got up and just kept on
in
going
the
like,
kitchen.
oh damn. I got up like, God damn, I hurt my knee and my ankle.
Terry
But I
told
just kept
me.
on going, kept
No,
it moving.
hold
You know
up.
what I
No,
mean?
Nike, listen. You
Yeah,
told
go.
me, you like,
Yeah.
yes, days I fell out. I'm like, well, Nike, how long you down there? I don't know.
Yeah. When I got up, I was like,
He was like,
my
yo,
face
the
was on the
dog, right?
floor.
You said the
Yeah,
dog was licking you or something. I
yeah, the
mean,
dog. My face is on the floor. I'm looking like, damn, what? You know
which,
what I mean? But I
which
got
I
up
mean,
and kept it moving. And then I
and
passed out a week later and passed out
that's
again.
and right, right, right. And
And
thank
that's when it
God
was like, come on.
you gotta do something
Venus was
right,
like, come on, man. What you
right,
doing?
right, right.
Take
And
your
I
ass
think
to the
like,
doctor.
and I'm in the same boat, man. Like I said, I told you that when you told me that, I said, okay, because I haven't been to the doctor in a while. I know that.
Yeah.
I made the first step. I called to make an appointment, but they said, well, you got to get your
They're
blood
like, we
work
don't
done.
know you. They're like, who?
Oh, that's not even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so they were like, before you come get your blood work done. So I didn't do the blood work yet, but to your point, man, I think we ignore, as long as we feel okay,
Yep.
we ignore it. And then
Ignore them
sometimes
signs, man.
Yeah, and we have to do better. You know, we have to. But why is that? No, I mean, what
I
is it?
think
We're
we
not
we on
afraid of
that hamster
doctors.
wheel, man. It's like we so busy trying to do whatever it is we focused on doing. We don't recognize the symptom. Well, we recognize them, but we like, I'll be fine.
Mm,
You can't keep saying, I'll be fine, I'll be
mm,
fine, I'll
mm.
be fine, because you fuck around and won't be fine.
Like we
Like
we take.
that last time I went to the
Mm,
emergency room, I
mm.
thought I was actually having a heart
Diabetes,
attack,
yeah.
but it was my lungs and shit. But that shit felt like I was having. I thought I
Yeah.
was
Yo,
getting ready to be out of
but you
here.
know, at night, I don't even know if it's the fact that we're so busy. We take better care of our cars than we do our bodies. You know what I mean? Because when that
Yeah,
check engine light come
actually,
on,
that's true.
or when your car starts smoking,
Yeah,
you take it to the, you take it to the shop.
right.
Whereas, we somebody said they can't find it, Nike.
Can't
Uh,
find what?
I guess the podcast.
Here, let me send the
Um,
link.
yeah, yeah.
Where do I send the link at? I'm gonna just post it on. I'm gonna just post it on Facebook somewhere.
Okay, okay, because I thought I did. Okay, I'm gonna say he's.
Yeah, stay set this one up, y'all. Y'all, we we'll be good in a
No,
minute.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Um,
all right. Let's see. We
all
gonna
right.
post it here.
But he's gonna post it now. So if you're looking for it, TL's gonna post it. But and I think that's the thing. Like what I was saying is that I think what it is that we don't. I don't know if we don't value doctors, but we just, I don't know if it's that Iron Man thing where we just think that it won't happen to us, so we ignore it because, like I said, if our car starts smoking or we hit on the brakes and we hit metal on metal,
Right,
we're gonna get it taken care of. We're gonna get it taken care of immediately. So I
right.
don't I don't know why why we ignore it. It should be up there now. The link should be up there. Um, but like you said, man, we have to do better. We have to do better. And I know that as we get, I guess when we're younger though, we have less issues because we're ripping and running, we're outside, we're running
Right,
basketball,
right.
we're
And then you feel invincible when you're
you feel it,
young
right,
too.
right. But I think even deeper to that, like I think when we're young, we're just so active that, and we're stronger. We're active, we're stronger,
Yeah.
so we can fight through things. I think when we talk about lifestyles, though, something you said earlier, stress. We stress will kill you. Stress will kill you, and it wears you down. You know,
Facts. Yep.
but also, we become stationary. We
Right.
don't we're not out moving and running, and even if we're not running, we don't, we drive everywhere, we don't walk, so we eat the stuff we always ate, but you don't burn it off. And I
Right.
think that is one of our biggest problems, man. You can't stop moving. We have to move.
One good thing about being sick, yo, I done lost like 20 pounds. See how loose this shirt is on me?
So you be tight,
I'm a
you know.
lightweight now.
Yeah. Look, you need my size. But
Damn.
yeah, man, but you don't want the sick diet. If you want to
Right.
lose weight by moving around, not getting sick. So, we have to do better, man. We have to do better, and not only as a result of someone yelling at us, basically making us, go to the
Right.
doctor. Because
Yeah.
you had somebody telling you, all right, get
Like,
up
come
and
on
go.
now. You passing out and shit. Suppose we be in the supermarket somewhere. I
Yo,
tell you to grab some groceries and you fucking
yeah,
laying out in the middle of the damn aisle. Come on, man. Go
yeah.
get yourself checked out. I was like,
Yeah,
all right.
but now here we go. I see it now. But yeah, hey Nike, man, I'm gonna this week
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna call make the appointment to get my blood work done. That's a vow.
Yeah.
So next week I will be able to report that I made the appointment to get my blood work done to get into the doctors. I because
And yo, here's another thing too. If you over 50, I know
mm,
people ain't trying to hear about no
colonoscopy.
prostate and colonoscopy and what's that shit?
Colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy and all that
Yes.
shit.
The strawberry mansion came leaking
Yeah.
out.
Yo, go get it, man.
Yeah,
Go
yeah,
get it.
I
It
yeah,
ain't, you know what I mean?
yeah,
People, I ain't,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
man, that a lot of people get early detection of cancer and all
Right,
kinds of stuff, man. Like,
right,
you know,
right,
it's only for your good. You know what I
right.
mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
and as they said, I mean, if they catch it early, they can, they can do things about it a lot of time. That's the whole thing.
yeah.
They have to catch it early. But a lot of time we wait until our leg is no longer moving, and then we want to go get it looked at. So
You're
you
like,
know,
damn, I ain't shit in 3 weeks.
we got to do
You might
better,
want to
man.
get that checked out.
Yeah, like we got to do better, man. But all right, that's
Yeah.
my vow. That is my vow, Nike. All
All right,
right,
I'm gonna
that is
hold
my
you
vow.
to it. I'm gonna hold you to it.
This week I will make my appointment
I
to
thought you
go
made
to,
your
my
appointment
lab.
already,
I know I called the doctor,
and
and
you were
then
supposed to get your blood work,
right, but
and
then
then
the
you
dog
didn't
ate
go
my
get
homework.
it. There you
Yeah, no,
go. That's what
yeah,
happened.
yeah.
Nah, I'm gonna
No,
get you
no.
to
You
it
know
this
what happened?
time.
I was worried about you, and then that's why I didn't go.
Nah,
I was worried about,
get out of here.
you know.
Now
All
I'm
right,
worried
man.
about you. All right.
All right, okay. I'm gonna get it done, though. I'm gonna get it done. All right, you ready, man? You ready to move on? All
Yeah,
right.
let's move on.
We have support for Ukraine, but what about us? What is your definition of success? And do we really know what hard work is? You asked earlier what was in the news, and right now it's all about Ukraine. But where do you want to go? What's up?
Yeah, let's hit that. We might as
With
well
that?
just to get it out the way. You know what I mean?
All right.
Support for Ukraine, but what about
What
us?
about us? Right. I mean, and you hear that sentiment often. One of the topics we had a couple weeks ago was should we send our troops to other countries? And that's kind of what people were saying. Like, we have issues here. Good evening, Lynette. Oh, okay. Now that I was in the wrong area. That's why I didn't see anybody saying anything. What's up, Pat? Um, now I get that, Nike, and you're right. That sentiment is legitimate. But I go back to one of the cliches that that is always often said, that if you don't know and practice history, you're bound to repeat it. You know,
Yeah.
um, I don't think that I don't think there'll ever be a time again when we can solely focus in on what's happening here. I think that we still have to pay attention and be involved with things that happen all over the world. I don't.
We have to pay attention, but we don't have to run and jump every time another country, has something going on. And here's another thing. I'm gonna tell you what, this war is fake as hell.
Why do you
And I'm gonna
say
tell
that?
you why. So, they trying to do the great reset, which I've been talking about that for weeks, right?
Mhm.
So what they're going to try to do is blame this war that's going to come, and because if it was a real threat, they'd be talking about nukes and all that bullshit. But then
No,
we all be dead. You know
no,
what I
they
mean?
have wars without. Every war
I
is not
know,
a
but
nuclear
listen
wars.
to me.
Okay.
For major countries like the U.S. and Russia, they be bullying people because they got them nuclear weapons.
Right.
But look, so they know they're not going to actually have a real war.
Mm,
What it is now that we starting to have all these electric cars and and now we have all of these windmills and all
mm,
these different ways of energy, of
mm,
ways of getting energy. The oil prices and the gas prices are are going to suffer. Well, the people that make money from that are going to not suffer, but they're
mm.
not going
Yeah.
to make as much money as they would. So, okay, how do we get more money coming through the pipeline
Mm.
for the oil and the gas?
Starting.
Oh, well, we could start a war and say that they shutting down the gas lines, or not giving us enough gas, and then next thing you know, gas gonna be $5 a gallon.
Just inching up there now, anyway. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, so what? You remember in the Iraq War,
Mm-hmm.
it was weapons of mass destruction that time, right?
What we were looking for. Right.
That we were looking for. They didn't have no weapons of mass destruction.
Right. Right.
And if you remember, then gas went to like $5 a gallon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just them trying to level out the market so they can get the money that they were getting.
See, but this one is a little different though, Nike, because this one you have one side, which I mean, this time we're on the side trying to prevent a war. We're telling Putin, which is Russia, to not go into Ukraine, to not invade its neighbor. So this one is a little different, though. The U.S. is not pushing for a war. So when you say it's fake, what do you mean? Who's faking?
You think they didn't negotiate this ahead of time?
Who
You
did?
think you think you think the Russian government and the U.S. government and the UK government and all these different governments, you think that they just came up with this out of? I mean, this just came up out of the blue. Like all of a sudden, he just want to go and invade Ukraine for no apparent reason.
Well, no, he started that Ukraine has been kind of in a war with Russia since 14. In 2014, Putin took part of Ukraine, Crimea, I think it was called.
Crimea,
He
right,
went in and took part of their land and
right,
occupied it, and has been
right.
occupying it. They've been
But
shooting at each other since that time, and now he's surrounding the full country, basically saying that he's not going to go in and take the rest of it, and that's what the argument is about. So you think
they haven't been aggressive towards Russia since then.
who hasn't been
So
aggressive towards Russia?
Ukraine.
Well, Ukraine is a little country. They're not going to be aggressive
So
against
that's what I'm
Russia.
saying. So how come all of a sudden now Putin is like, yeah, I'm going to
I'm going
wait
to take
until
the rest of it
2022, and now we just going to go and invade for what? Like for what? Why would you invade the Ukraine if
because
it
he
wasn't
can.
about oil or
Because he can.
land or
But now,
hmm?
what actually, and that's what you just said, land. Because remember, Ukraine was a part of the USSR. When the
Hmm.
USSR broke up, it became one of their small provinces. And the argument is that Putin wants to bring all of that back together. So he's
Right,
saying, okay, he went into Georgia before, and he took part of Ukraine in 14. So he's saying, all right, this year I'm going to take the rest of it. So,
right. But you
so
know why that is, right?
why? Why
Because
do you
there's
think?
pipelines that run through there.
Well, actually, now listen to this. The U.S. said, and the European Union told him one of the sanctions that they're threatening is if he invades them, they're not gonna allow him to build that pipeline because it has to go through their territory. So
That's
again,
why that's why he wants to. That's what I'm saying. It's all about the bottom line. This shit is not about like because they don't like the Ukrainians or because they got an attitude or they don't like the US. It's all about this money, man.
it is
That's
well,
what
yeah,
all
true.
that's what all these wars is
Yeah.
about.
But I
And
just
I
don't
would
know.
not send my son over. My son, I got four sons.
Mm,
I got three sons left and a
right,
daughter, and
right.
I would not send any of them over there to
Well,
fight.
if your kid was in the military, it wouldn't be up to you to send them. If they were in the military and they said they had to go, they would be over there.
But
But
they
I
ain't.
don't know, right? Correct, because they're not in the military. But again, I don't know if I don't think that we can idly sit by and watch him go over and take over another country and take over their land. I don't. That's what I'm saying in the beginning. I don't think that you can allow that to happen anymore. The
Well,
same
how
way
come the
that
UK ain't? How come the UK didn't step up? That's over there,
they are, they are.
over
But
there.
but everybody, the European Union or what is it, NATO, that all of those countries are a part of, they are united, telling him that they're not going to allow that. They all are saying that if he does this, they're going to be take part in the sanctions that they're proposing.
Right,
So
but
I don't
is
think.
all of those money sending? Are all of those countries sending all this money to Ukraine, or
What
is
you
that
mean?
coming from the
No, no,
United
all of
States?
them are. All of them are sending weapons and sending all these different defensive weapons and also now offensive weapons they're sending to Ukraine so that they can protect themselves. And I think we have to. Like I said, I think nowadays, Nike, the world is so small and we have weapons that can go from one country to the next, fly overseas within a matter of hours or so. I don't think we could ignore things that happen outside of these borders. I don't think
I
we can
didn't.
do that
I'm
anymore.
not saying ignore it, but what I'm saying is we have problems right here in the
True.
U.S.
Mm,
that they're not concerned with fixing,
mm.
and yet they're going overseas trying to fix somebody else's issue.
Now,
Fix here,
I
fix
agree with
here.
that. We
They
have
owe
to be.
us.
I agree with that.
Pay us what you owe, and then y'all can go and take care of anybody y'all want to. But y'all can't do that without paying us what you owe us.
Now,
How can you
I
do that?
agree with that. I do think though that you still you basically you have to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time. You can't
Right.
ignore what's happening here and only focus on there. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. I
And
think
all
this
those
country
trillions of dollars that they spending in the military, like
absolutely.
some of that money can be used for issues on your home soil.
Yeah,
Like you
agreed.
don't need all of that all of that extra, all of those trillions of dollars and all of
Mm,
that
mhm.
for weapons that you supposedly got the best weapons anyway.
Right, right. Yeah. I mean, but you still got to update them and you have to
You
stay
still got
relevant.
to update them.
Because the other
I'm
thing
not
too,
saying
like
that, but what I'm saying is, like you said, got to be able to
walking through
walk
them.
and chew gum.
Yeah. And unfortunately, like, you know, of course, some people will call the US a bully, but let's put that to the side. You have some countries like Russia that if the United States were not strong, they would be trying to come over here. They will be the what keeps us safe is our strength. You know what I mean? So we
Same
have
could be
to be
said about
strong.
black folks. That's the way we need to look at it.
Well, true, true,
You know what I
true.
mean?
I mean, I agree. I don't disagree with what you're saying though, that you can just ignore the problems at home and focus solely on what's happening in another country.
Yeah, the
I just don't
government
think
is
that
big. They
the
have so
government is
many
big,
different.
right? Right,
Yeah,
different
yeah, they
branches, and
can
that's
do
what
that.
you have. That's why that's why you delegate. You have the Secretary of the Interior or what have you to take a look at what's happening here and focus on those issues. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But again, I don't think that when people say that we need to just not pay attention to what's happening all outside of these shores. I don't agree with that though.
Like trillions of dollars to Lockheed Martin and Skunk Works and
Mm-hmm.
Boeing and all these companies. Come on, man. Like,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah, yeah. All right. So all right, Nike, we got two more. What is your definition of success? And do we really know what hard work is? Now, all right, let me chime in on this one about the hard work.
All
I
right.
put I put a post out on the group text, and I shared it actually. Let me see. Take care of home first, then others. That's what Lynette said. Lynette Clement. Now, Lynette, what we're saying is that we have to be able to do both at the same time because the issues that are happening here, we can't focus on these issues here. You're gonna put that back up. Oh,
Yeah.
we can't just solely focus on the issues here and say we're not gonna deal with those other issues until we resolve these. So
Right.
that's why I say we have to be able to do both at the same time. So
Right.
I don't know if I agree with when she says
I
take care
I
of
I
home
agree with that.
first. You know,
Well, they need to take care of home because
absolutely.
that's like that's not even hard to do. If they wanted to do that, they could do that overnight. Like that's not something that is like
Well, no,
would
it's
take.
hard. It's hard. That's not an easy answer. I think that if it were easy, it would have
It's a
been
pretty
happening.
easy answer if you ask me.
What do you mean, Nike?
Reparations, right? Consisting of uh tax exemption,
Mm.
uh land that they owed us, 40 acres in the mule, remember?
Right, but you still want
For
to view?
for a black sovereign nation. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Then healthcare,
Mm.
uh job training, education. I
Okay.
mean, there's a
Okay.
whole list that they could do if they
Right.
wanted to.
But my point is that, and I'm not even talking about whether I agree with what you said or not. When I say it is not easy, those items that the list that you just ran down, even if you take land from where? So not that I disagree, but it's hard okay, where's the land going to come from? You got to get it from somewhere. You know what I mean?
There's
So
plenty of land in the United States that's not being used. Plenty of it.
yeah, but I mean, but who owns it, and then who's going to get it? You know what I mean? Now
Who
you
owned
know
it
what's funny,
before?
Mike?
Who owned it before when they took it?
You mean like Native Americans? Give it back to
Yeah,
Native
who owned
Americans?
it before when they took it?
Native Americans before
They
we came
didn't.
here.
Yeah, but I'm saying they wasn't like, man. Well, we ain't got all this extra land. Where we gonna get land from?
But
They
I'm talking
like,
about now. I mean, if we were to talk
yeah,
about,
but it's the same
well,
thing.
oddly enough, Nike, I think the tax thing that seems pretty easy. I think
That's
that can
easy.
happen.
That's
I think that's
easy.
pretty easy. I think that's pretty easy. All right. Somebody, Lynette, goes on to say it's like the face mask on
Oh,
the
okay.
airport. It's like the face mask in the airport. What do we have to do first?
Put your mask on. And she's right. You got like you there's
Oh,
a
I see what you're saying.
procession to,
Mm,
you know what I mean?
right,
You have to do
right.
things in a certain order. Well,
Mm.
before you go off to these other countries giving all this money and all this support here.
Yeah,
Black
I know.
folks need money and support.
Oh,
You owe
I
them
agree.
money and support.
I agree. I'm just saying that we would have to do both because we can't, we can't not deal with things that bubble up. That's almost like one of your kid acting bad, and then the other one start acting bad, and you ignore the other one until you deal with the first one. No, you
Right,
have to
right.
deal with both of them. You got to
Yeah,
deal with
but
both
like you
of them.
said, you have to be able to walk and chew gum.
Correct. Agreed. Agreed. So, now as far as the second topic I brought up, it was a video that someone posted that I shared. It was of a lady. I think she was like 103 years old, and she was talking about how things were when she was coming up, when she was young, talking about picking cotton, getting picked up from her home 3 o'clock in the morning and working to 5 o'clock in the evening. And it just got me thinking, man. That they that group there, that generation there, man. I mean, that's
They were
we,
slaves.
yo. I mean, that
They
actually,
really didn't have a choice.
agree. But what you know what though, Nike? It just makes me say
They
two
worked them
things.
people, man, till they died.
They
Some of
died.
those people worked until they actually fell out dead in the
Now,
field.
agreed, and that's the extreme. But Nike, I think that we have become complacent. Also, we don't. I think enough of us don't grind and fight, and you know what I mean. I don't think we fight like
We
we.
survive, man, and we do what we do what we have to do to survive, right?
Mm,
We
mm,
live in a system that is totally against our people,
mm,
right?
mhm, mhm,
So we have to live, and it doesn't matter what kind of job you have,
mhm,
what
mhm,
kind of status you think you have. uh running in the wrong neighborhood, jog down the wrong
mm.
neighborhood,
That's right. We
you know
just
what I
saw that.
mean?
Yeah.
or
Right.
or or drive down the wrong neighborhood, you know
Mhm,
what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter, you could be a lawyer, you could be a doctor, they don't
mhm.
care. You
Right.
got that melanin, you got a
Wrong
problem.
place. Right.
so
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so that that has a lot to do with
Mm,
why we are the way we are. We're in survival mode most
mhm,
of the time.
mhm,
like
mhm.
like i like I always say, we're that hamster that gets on that wheel, and we can't get off, because if we get off, we ain't gonna eat.
Well,
We
but you know,
running, we ain't
But
gonna have
night.
nowhere to live.
But I
We
guess what I'm
running.
also saying is that enough of us, more of us need to get on that hamster wheel because I see a lot of us, just looking for the shortcut, man. You don't agree with that?
Nah,
That
no. That
a lot
hamster
of us,
wheel is killing us, man. That
no, but
hamster wheel is
but
killing
night,
us.
but we have a lot of us that are just kind of sitting back chilling. Now that's not the majority. That's not the majority.
But
But
the people I think that are sitting back and chilling, I
it's a
have
small
compassion for
percentage.
some of those people, just because they haven't had the opportunity to see what's past their front door. You
Mm,
know what I
mhm,
mean? The
mhm.
only that they only see
What they've
what's
seen. Right.
directly in
Right.
front of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have blinders on that was not put on them, themselves. Most of those people were born with those blinders on,
Mm,
because
mm,
those blinders are passed from generation to generation.
mm. So you
So it
saying that the value of hard work, a lot of us, a lot of ones that are kind of sitting back chilling, you're talking about don't understand the value of hard work because
yeah,
they don't see it.
that and plus they don't have the tools in order to
They don't think they have the tools.
they don't think they have the tools,
Right.
right? And
Right.
if
No,
nobody tells them
I agree.
that they have the tools,
And they don't
and if
have it. Yeah.
nobody shows them that they have the tools,
Mm.
then
They
you
don't
don't
have
know what you don't know,
it.
right?
True. True.
So
True.
you,
True.
you, you
Now
know,
I can run with that. I can run with that 100%. If you don't know what you don't know,
right,
and like I said, thank God, it's a small percentage, but it just
right,
made when I saw that video, it just made me say, now that is hard work. You know what I mean? That is hard work. I
yeah,
mean, they went through so much for us, to get us to
Right.
where we are, to give us the ability to sit back. You want
Now
to be
that's what gets me frustrated.
which what night?
There's so many. I mean, there's so many people who fought for us,
Mm-hmm.
who lost their lives for us. There's so many people that, you know, did whatever they had to do. You know what I mean? To in order to
That's right. Get
move
this.
us forward.
That's right.
And some of us still just sitting back,
Mm,
like,
mm,
like we ain't in an urgent situation,
right.
or like,
Right.
people didn't actually fight for them. Like
Right. Yeah.
they
Yeah.
fought for you, and you here, and you won't even fight for yourself. What's
Yeah.
that? Like,
But so do
I
you
don't.
think
That's the part that I don't understand.
so? But you know what though, Nike, apply the same thing that you said though. Some of them they don't know what they don't know. So is it the fact that they don't know their history, or we're so far removed from the people that did the fighting that they don't realize what was done on their behalf? You know what I mean? Why would they then? I mean,
Right,
because at
right,
this point, though, part of it is the mentality. And we hear it all the time. This generation, and not only this generation, it's the entitlement. Some of us feel entitled, like I'm supposed to have this. Where
right.
does that come from?
That comes, but because we are, and we talked about this on the last show, about like the Gucci and
Mm,
all of this stuff. We have been brainwashed to think uh that stuff is what is successful,
mm,
right? And this that'll be a good segue into our next topic. But the thing is, there's a machine at work:
mm, mm,
social media,
mm,
cable TV, all Facebook. You
mm,
know what I'm saying?
mm,
All of this shit is constantly programming. And you know what? And it's been a plan from the start.
mm,
What do they say when they come back from commercial?
mm,
Now we get back to our regularly scheduled programming.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
They telling you.
yeah,
They
I
telling you.
agree, man. And that right there, though, and like I said, though, thank God it's not the majority, but that right there, if it doesn't turn, I mean, if we don't, but again, it's the smaller percentage, and I
This
think
percentage
that
is growing though.
see now I go the opposite way. I think that the percentage is getting smaller. I think we are starting to realize that things aren't as hunky dory as maybe we thought. You know what I mean? I think
No, we always knew it. We always knew it.
but I think, but
Since
see,
the
but again,
50s. Since
well,
since
see, what I
the
think some of us got
1800s.
lulled. Some of us got lulled to sleep, thinking that we made it and everything was good. But I think
Right.
that the things that has
Right. That's
happened,
exactly,
you
you
know,
hit it right on the
recently,
nose.
so
Right.
now we're starting to realize that okay, we still have a little way to go, and
Right.
this fight is not over. So
Yeah,
that's
this
why I
fight is
said,
just starting.
I
You
mean,
know
and,
what I
and
mean?
well, again, because there's some that
We
realize
took
that
some baby steps. I'm not saying that, but we still got
we still got longer to
miles to
go.
go.
Yeah, we still
You
got
know?
longer. Right, right. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think that we do realize enough of us starting to realize that even those of us that made it realize that they can't just take their resources and move away from black folk and think that they're good. No,
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
still
Right.
you still gotta
Right.
represent.
Because like I said, if you got this melanin,
You still a part of it. Yeah,
you still black,
yeah.
and that's how
Still
they
with
gonna
us.
look at you. It
That's
don't
right.
matter what kind of fancy degree you got.
Mm,
It don't matter. It
mhm.
don't matter how much money you make. It don't matter. You
Now,
know what I'm saying?
Lynette said, however, there are some lazy people and don't value a day's hard work, and that's what we talked about. There are some people like that. Again, it's the smaller percentage, but they do exist. She also
Right.
says a lot of us are overworked and we're tired, and sometimes the expectations are higher on what we're expected to do in the
Exactly.
workplace. Agree, agree,
Exactly.
agree.
Agreed.
We've always said that we have to be better.
Yep.
We have to be better. But so all right. Anything else on that one, Nike? Ready to move on?
Yeah, that's a good segue into that other topic
Last
that we
topic.
had, the definition of success.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might fit good with that.
All
Yo,
right. What are your
Stace,
thoughts on that? Yeah.
what is your definition of success?
At night, I've always said that you can determine what success is. Success is reaching goals. I think, and of course, no one else can set a goal for you. So the definition of success is when you set a goal and you reach to achieve that goal. Now, fortunately, I think that it should always be a moving target. I don't think that you set a goal and then you reach it and say, "Okay, I made it," and then
Like
you
I
just keep
got it.
going.
I'm out.
Right, right. I made it. Yeah, right. Now I
I
can
made
die. Right.
it.
Yeah. Well, actually, Nike, it's a good thing you said that. That is the
Yeah,
reason why I think it should be a moving target, because I think that that's what keeps us growing.
right,
Always have something over the horizon to reach for.
right,
So actually, I think that success is a verb. It's a behavior. It's a learned behavior. It's
right.
setting. It's movement. It's setting a goal, moving forward, reaching a goal, setting another goal, reaching forward. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
my
yeah.
definition of success. Success is not a thing.
Well, my definition of success is, and I didn't have like a, a bullet point.
Mm,
Like I'm going to do this and I'm going
mm,
to do this. My definition of success is that I've been able to take care of my family
mm, mhm,
since I was 18.
mhm,
You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy. You,
mhm,
you know what I mean? I brought my son to my graduation. You remember, Stace?
yeah.
Like and I was a young kid, you know what I mean? And I didn't have a dad, so I had to figure it out.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
in the midst of me figuring it out, yeah, I made some mistakes,
We all do.
along the
It's life,
way.
right?
Uh but I judge my success on my family.
Right, right, right.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
because I make good money, I whatever, all of that bullshit. But
Mhm,
that don't mean nothing, because like I said, I still got this melanin.
mhm.
So
Right.
money, that people don't see when I walk into a store, they looking at me like I just got off
He's
a
a black
park
dude.
bench.
He's a black
You
dude.
get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Right. And
I
regardless of
had people
regardless of how
clutching
much
they
money you
why
made.
I done had people clutching their pocketbooks and shit. And
Mhm,
I'm like,
mhm.
bitch, I could
Yeah.
fucking buy
Mhm,
your whole shit. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they still see a black man. That's all
Right.
they see is a black man.
Right.
So,
Right.
you
And
know,
unfortunately, Nike, and this goes, as you said, it's a good segue. It does go back to what you said at first. There's a machine out there that's their job is to make us consumers.
right,
So, their job is to make us think that this LV bag equals success.
right. And
And
that's it.
this
Yep.
this
Yep.
flip
Glad
phone,
you
or
brought
this,
that up. Yep.
this phone, this new phone,
Yeah.
not the old phone that you had that can still make calls, but
Right.
this new
You had to
phone.
get the new thing that's out.
That's right.
And it don't work no better than
It's
than
not
the
doing
old
anything
shit.
else. It might be a little faster, but the new phone equals success, and that's the problem. I mean, I think
That's our problem. I think
that's yeah.
that's part of the problem in the black community.
Mm,
We focus too much on the wrong shit.
mhm.
Like
Now it's not just black community though. I mean, this is
I
you
mean,
know.
I'm talking to my black
I
community. Like
got you.
you
Okay,
know what I'm saying?
that's your
Like, and
concern. Right,
I'm not a racist,
right,
or
right,
and I
right.
don't,
You talking to your
take
family, right,
right. I'm talking to my family, right?
right.
Like
Hmm.
my people.
Hmm.
What I'm saying is, let's let go of these. Like, okay, you got a nice job, and first thing you're gonna do is jump out and buy Benz, BMW, all that. All
Hmm.
right, that's cool. You
Okay,
want to flex,
I got
whatever.
that.
I can
I
see it.
got that. You
All right,
earned it.
whatever.
Right.
But don't
But what's
get
next?
that. But don't get the Benz, the BMW, all that shit before you get you somewhere to live.
Mm-hmm.
You can't pull up in a Benz at your mama house,
Right, right. Well,
right?
actually, it's funny, and I think that therein lies the problem. I mean, I think once you start down that path, once you become a consumer, then it's never enough. And I think that's the problem. Now
But it should be.
you
We
know,
got
you
to
see,
train our kids.
but this what I'm saying. I mean, because I do believe that everyone has the right. You work hard, you should treat yourself.
You
You have a
should.
right
You
to treat your
should. You
have
absolutely
something
should.
shiny. If that makes you, if that makes you feel good, but the problem is we go overboard.
Right.
Now I got the car I want. Now I gotta have those expensive shoes. Now I gotta have the expensive bag. And everything, and then, as they say, now you're chasing bags forever. Now it's about
Right.
stuff. Now we think it's those things that make
But
us
let me ask
happy.
you this, Stace.
Mhm.
If you need a brand new shiny car or brand new shiny chain
Make you feel
or
good.
something like to make you feel good,
You got a problem.
Ain't
Yeah.
ain't ain't it really something?
Agreed.
Ain't
Agreed.
ain't the
Agreed.
problem really deeper than that?
Agreed.
Like
Yeah.
it may be self-esteem.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I had put a post up there saying that um, you know, we have our priorities wrong.
Mm.
You know, I'm not saying that you shouldn't get a Benz if you want one, but get it when you
Right.
can afford it. Get it
Right.
when it's not going
Right.
to have you taken away from maybe your kids
Right. Right.
experience, or
Right.
taken away from
Experience. And
right,
now the word that you just said, Nike, and for me, what you just said was key. Experience. I think, there's a commercial out now saying, um, "Are you going to look back in life and say, I wish I would have bought this. I wish I would have bought that." No,
right.
life is
No,
about experiences.
experiences.
It's about
Right.
experiences because
Exactly.
that's what enriches you.
Right.
That's truly what
Right.
enriches you, not that shiny thing sitting outside. So
And remember we was talking about those stimulus checks?
mm-hmm.
People could have got those stimulus checks and went to trade school. Could
Mm-hmm.
have like 10 people who got a stimulus check could have came together, put some money together, opened up a small business,
Mm-hmm.
or bought a property, anything, man. Like what I'm saying is, like, soon as we get money, the first thing we want to
Stuff, stuff,
Yeezys.
yeah, yeah,
Well, he
stuff.
already rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeezy is already rich. He don't need your $1,500 or your $1,200.
Which
You
is
know what I'm saying?
crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. He already rich. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan don't need your money.
Yeah.
Jordan
Yeah.
already rich. He don't give a shit if you buy his sneakers or not.
Mm. Yeah. You know what's funny? I'll say this, Nike. I don't think that a lot of us appreciate the importance of different experiences. I don't think
I
we
don't think so. That's
realize
because
that.
they don't have different experiences. See,
Mm,
that's the key.
true.
You know what I'm
So it
saying?
goes back to but like
It
ignorance. You
goes
don't
back to
know what
that,
you don't
right?
know.
You only know what, like, a lot of these guys out here that's doing all this shooting and all of this
Mm,
stuff, right? And doing all this shit out in the street.
mhm,
So they listening to an older version of themselves, like this knucklehead. He ain't never been out the hood. He
mm,
ain't going nowhere, but you listening to him, right?
mhm, mhm,
And he like, man, I would bang that dude if he did such and such and such and such. So
mm.
now you going to bang the dude for what?
Yeah.
It's nothing out here other than somebody killing somebody in your family, or somebody,
Mhm.
doing some horrible shit that you should go out here and kill somebody for. Like, that's
Destroy
stupid.
your life,
And
right?
people are doing that like
Mhm,
blocks are fighting over blocks.
mhm,
That's
mhm. That they
because
don't
you ain't
know.
never been outside. You
That
ain't
they
never
don't
been
know. Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah, yeah. All right,
You know what I
let
mean?
me
Like,
let me read this one.
yeah,
Lynette said, "Success looks different for everybody, depending upon what they want to achieve." Right. Success is about personal achievement as well as overcoming, and that's what I
right,
said.
right,
Success is a verb. Success should be viewed as a verb because it's movement. It's
right.
movement. The other Lynette says people equate self worth with materialized items that hold clout in our society. What was you took it down too fast? I couldn't read. There's a program, and okay, yeah, that's what she's saying. There's a machine out here that their
Right.
job is to program us into believing that having more things, is going to bring happiness. And I've
Look,
always
next
said if
time
that
you,
were the
yeah,
case,
yeah,
look, rich people wouldn't commit suicide.
yeah,
You know,
yep.
there's a hole inside. There's a hole
A
inside you.
whole
There's something
lot, right?
missing that
Hole in your
you're
soul.
thinking. Right. There's something in you. There's something. There's a void in you that you believe
Right.
that this shiny object is going to fill, and then you're going to
That,
get it. You're going to feel good for a little while. You can feel
yep.
good, but after a while, in your solitude, you're going to be sitting there, and that hole is going to reappear.
That hole ain't never got
Never
filled.
went anywhere.
Right.
Right. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
And yep.
But I think that like you said, I mean, we we look. It's harder, I think, to look inside and
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 then they look
look
outside.
for
You're right.
right. You
Yeah.
can put those things on the outside. This hole is here
Yeah.
because I don't have that external thing. No, that hole to what your point said earlier, Nike. That hole is there because there's something missing in you. There's something you need to do about
Right.
yourself, and that's
So
a tougher hole to deal with. What you
so
about to
so the
say?
next time, my brothers and sisters, next time y'all go to Gucci or Louis or any of those high-end stores, just
Mm,
think about it for a second.
mhm,
Do they really need my money that I
mm,
worked hard for?
Or
That I
even
don't
deeper than that, do I really need this? Do
Right,
I
right,
really need
right.
this?
Right.
You know,
Those Gucci, they don't even like black people.
mm. Now I don't know
You
where you got
you
that
remember
from,
no,
but
no, you remember the clothes they pull out with the monkeys and shit on it with the black
Gucci?
face? Gucci.
No, I don't remember that.
Man, let me tell you.
Mm.
Gucci can, man,
Hmm.
man,
He
you
said,
lucky this is a
yeah,
almost family show.
you
But
say
I'm saying
almost.
like
Right, right, right.
yeah,
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, man, they don't need our money.
right.
Gucci, none of them. I'm just using them as an example, but they don't need our money. If you want to spend some money, go spend it in the neighborhood. Go
Go buy
spend
some
it on
Real
some
Brothers merch.
yeah, hey,
Buy Real Brothers shirt.
hey,
Right,
but at least the money that
right.
you spend on us will be put back into
Hmm.
the community.
Us,
You know what I
us.
mean? But
Right. Our
for
families.
us,
Right.
you know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's so
yeah.
much
You
people
know.
gotta wake up from, man. Like
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, that's not the crap on those high-end luxury items totally, because there is a market out there. There's some people that, that is relative with, there's some people that can afford it, and them buying a Gucci bag is like spending $5. We're not talking to those folks.
right,
Because like you said, they can afford it. LeBron James can go buy a Gucci bag
right.
and like and drop those funds and it not mean anything.
And
But
I
if
ain't
you're
gonna front.
wondering about paying bills and all that kind of stuff, then that's probably out of your league.
I ain't gonna front. My wife like Gucci, but I'm like, man,
Mm,
Gucci,
mhm, mhm.
really? That
You
what
know,
we
I
doing?
mean, see, but again, I think that you work hard, and there's nothing wrong with treating yourself, but I just think that we can't go overboard. We can't go overboard. We can't spend too much time chasing those things.
Right,
There's a difference.
right,
There's a difference. You talking about when somebody that's zooted with all of that stuff, and then like you said, they driving that car back to their mom crib, living in the basement,
right.
or something
Yeah,
like
be smart
that's
with your money, man.
right, right, right.
Money don't come by as easily. So when you
That's right,
get it, be
right.
smart, man. Be
Respect it, respect it.
right. You got to
Gotta
respect
respect
that
it.
dollar.
All right, she says if Gucci put out a bag that Janae, I can't read that.
Janisha,
Janisha from around the way makes also. Oh yeah, who makes us still want to buy that Gucci? Yeah, you're right.
that hole in your
Yeah,
soul,
yeah, yeah.
that
You're
hole
right.
makes you want to
Right,
buy the Gucci because you say I can't have an imitation bag
right,
and it
right.
looks exactly like that other bag,
Mm-hmm,
but I
mm-hmm.
need that one because it costs more.
Because
I
it
need
costs
that
more.
one because it's
Right.
it got the label inside.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ain't
Well,
looking
but you know what,
inside
though,
your
Nate?
purse.
But when we talk about that hole in your soul, really what we're talking about is a person that's looking for acceptance. That's what it is. They care too much
Yeah.
about what
What other
people on
people
the
think.
outside think, right? Yeah. So
Right.
I want you to think that I'm rolling like that, even though I'm
Right.
living
It's
way
all a
above my
facade.
means. It's
Right.
all a
Yeah.
facade, right? Yeah,
Right.
you're right. So that's
Because
you
you want
and
people looking at you like, oh, he getting it. Nah,
right,
you
yeah,
ain't getting it.
yeah, yeah.
How you
And
getting it? And yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
to be honest with you, most of the time we kind of know. You kind of know. We
You
all grew
know,
up
right?
in the
You
same
know,
neighborhood.
you
It's like,
know who
okay,
getting
you
it,
walk
who
around
ain't.
with those Gucci's, but we know you can't afford them because your lights off.
Right. And
You know,
then I'm gonna tell you this: people that have money, they're not talking about
they're
how
not
much
nice.
money they make.
That's right. That's
Think
right.
about it.
That's
Think
true.
about it. People that
That's true.
you know what I mean. People that make money or got money like that,
Mhm.
they not. You won't hear them say a word.
They don't have
You know
to.
why? Cause they don't, cause they don't want people like yo.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They don't want. Right. Yeah.
You
They
know what
don't
I'm
want
saying?
anybody. They don't want
Right,
anyone to know. They're trying to
right,
hide it.
right.
So all right, Nike. We've come to the end, man. What do you have in closing, man? What do you come in? It's like we have two
Is it
minutes. What do you
closing
have in
already?
closing?
I
Yeah.
thought we had one more joint.
No, we hit them all, Nike.
Did we?
Yeah. Hold up. Let me pull them up
Man,
again.
we smooth tonight,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
On time.
Yeah.
God
Yeah. Yeah.
damn, look
Yeah.
at us.
And you didn't
We
start a
getting
fight.
professional with it. We get this
Listen.
thing sharp like
Listen.
a sword.
And you didn't start a fight. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's pretty tame tonight. Stacy's
I
pretty
know.
tame. He ain't bite my head off tonight. All right.
Yeah, we hit them all. Men's unhealthy lifestyle, support for
Right.
Ukraine, your definitions of success, and do we really know what hard work is? We hit them all, man. We,
Come
we
on.
hit them all, and we
That's
got a what you call them random in there.
all right.
So,
That works.
so what you
Hey
got in
everybody.
closing?
All right. This is my I just want to thank everybody for all of the support that y'all gave us over the past year. And please continue to support us. like I said, we have merchandise for sale. We're trying to do a few other things like the reparations suit and everything. If you if you have $5, I mean, you know, we're not trying to get this suit for me and Stace, just us.
Mm-hmm.
This suit is for us, all of us. You know what I mean? Reparations for black folks. Like
Mm-hmm.
so this is not just, I understand that the trust issues that black
Mm-hmm.
people have with each other. I get that. I get
Mm-hmm.
that. But at some point we're going to have to come together and do what it takes to get where we need to be.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's either you're going to do it or either we're going to do it together or we're
Oh,
not
it's
going to
not
be able
gonna
to
happen.
do it. You
It's
know what
not
I'm
gonna happen.
saying?
Right, right.
We should be all one black fist,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and but I love all my people regardless if we get reparations, if we don't get reparations. I love my folks. You know what I'm saying? And love is the new black.
Nice, nice, nice. Man, even your closing was tight. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, y'all, Nike, you hit it something on the nail though, man. You said that we all we have. We're all we have.
That's it.
We have to work together. So join something, be a part. And we understand that everybody can't be on the front line, but when the time comes for action, then we need everyone to move when it's time to move. So again, we'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You could catch us on all of the major platforms. The merchandise is available. www.realbroslive.com
Yeah.
slash merchandise. We have it. We have the link up. I just ordered my coffee mug. I didn't ask for the hookup. I'm paying for my own.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I called him. I was like, yo,
Yeah.
you got,
I have a
I got an
coffee
order
mug.
for your joint.
I mean,
He's like,
because you know what?
yeah, you do.
Yeah, you'll see it
All
now.
right.
As long as the distribution is not jacked up and I get my coffee mug, you'll see it.
Oh,
All
you're
right.
gonna have it ASAP, brother.
All right.
ASAP.
Order your products online. But again, like I said, man, it's been a year. We've been having a good time. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining us. Like Nike said, we got a couple other things coming down the pike, and we really appreciate all of your support.
Yep.
Men,
Anti-MAGA.
men, get your health right.
Get your health
I'm gonna,
check.
yeah,
I'm
get your health.
holding you to it.
Health
Matter of
check.
fact,
All
I'm
right,
about to
by
call
next
you.
week, huh?
I
No, don't do it.
said,
All
all
right,
right,
y'all.
y'all. Have a
All right. Oh, so Lynette says you got to get a coffee mug. All right,
good one.
you're gonna put the website out there. All